It is showtime at Molineaux. Two clubs who spent the first half of the season concerned about relegation, both now relatively safe. A huge gap between themselves and the teams in the drop zone. Wolves 9 points away from Ipswich, West Ham is 17 points. That certainly wasn't the case when they met just before the Christmas in a game where both managers back then were fearing for the jobs they were about to lose. Well, what an edge in that game. So Tony Harrington may well have his work cut out this evening. He will be accepting no fools on April Fool's Day. Ward-Prowse goes for it. Back to firework.
Yeah, it did. We've seen that he can strike them, and it doesn't surprise me that Wolves were looking to combat this.
Bowen onto the loose ball. Right across the face of goal. Oh, too much of a stretch, but a very big chance for Evan Ferguson, carved out by Bowen.
Yeah, fantastic again down his right-hand side, just winning the ball back in a good position, the counter-press.
He will Aït-Nouri pick out into the near post. Oh, brilliant save from Areola. Needed to be as well. It's a very clever routine.
Yeah, fantastic run right across the face. Everybody's expecting the deeper cross, and he puts it near post. Totti makes fantastic run, times it to perfection, and draws a great save from Areola.
Little touch from Strand Larsen. Here's Andre. Bellegarde. Aït-Nouri, lovely touch. Bellegarde has the pace, gets Paqueta out of a defensive position. Gomez. Strand Larsen, more space than he expected, and he makes the most of it! 3 goals in 2 games for the Norwegian hitman.
He strikes a clean ball, and it just takes a nick of Kilman, I think it is, and just takes it past Areola. At first thought, I thought, could the keeper have done better, but on second viewing, I think with the deflection, it's very hard. Like I say, he catches it well.
His team have certainly bought into his style of play. They're flying. This is Gomez drawing defenders, looking for Strand Larsen. Strand Larsen comes alive again. Oh, off the bar and out of the goal. Munetzi had the goalkeeper beaten, but crushed as it crashed off the bar. How come he didn't score that goal? It came to him, had to readjust his body. Goalkeeper beaten by the pace, but crashing out.
Playing Strand Larsen, who tries to get a shot off himself, couldn't quite get it off. Yeah, Munetzi strikes the bar in the end.
Fulcrum. Alvarez. Bellegarde. He does have pace to burn, doesn't he? Strand Larsen points to where he would want it, and it was nowhere near where it finished. Keeps it in though. Keeps the ball rolling. Samero. Doherty, better this from Wolves. João Gomez on the blind side is Doherty. Doherty cuts it back, and a fine move without an end product from Strand Larsen.
Yeah, good play down his right-hand side. Strand Larsen keeps the ball alive initially, and then they work it back to a good position. Nice ball slid down to the byline, and the cut back by Doherty. Yeah, I think he'll be more pleased with this second half display than the first half. Certainly, there's been a bit more intensity, a bit more urgency.
Soler. Paqueta. Emerson's first touches of the ball, scooped into the area, looking for Fulcrum. Oh, the goalkeeper was beaten, and it hangs. Oh, Emerson. He may have been offside, but he certainly wasn't thinking about that. He's got to hit the target.
Yeah, he's tried the spectacular when it comes back down to him. Initially, fantastic ball into the box. Fulcrum throwing his weight around. But yeah, as soon as the ball comes to him, he's tried the scissor kick, but it's probably just come a little bit too early. Does really well there, Jose Sarr. Does really well to come and claim that ball at this stage of the game. Takes so much pressure off the Wolves' defence.
Well, they've got themselves in a tough position here. Fulcrum buys his time. Oh, that was the big, outstanding chance for West Ham to equalise. Maybe, just maybe, he's a little rusty after 3 months out of action.
Such a big chance. Again, like we've spoke about, winning the ball, putting pressure on the Wolves' defence, winning the ball high up the pitch, West Ham. And that's where they create the chance from. And
Paqueta wins it back, but only just. Strand Larsen looking for support. Black stays down. What will develop outside of the foot? Oh, too much for Strand Larsen. And Etsy just toe poked it wide of the goal.
It really should. He never looked comfortable with the ball at his feet. Whether it's tiredness, I'm not sure, but he just never looked set, and that he was gonna finish that chance off.
Victory complete for Wolverhampton Wanderers. They had to do it the hard way. West Ham came out fighting in the second half, but you can see that new team togetherness at Molineaux. They're buying into the management of Vitor Pereira. It was a passionate game of football. Strand Larsen, with hugs and kisses and handshakes, is his name which will go down in the history books as the match winner in a very tight game. Wolverhampton Wanderers just edging it here against West Ham by 1-0. Well, Mark O'Brien, it wasn't exactly pleasing to the eye or pure football that we saw out there, but my goodness, it was a great scrap.
It was, yeah, two teams just going at it physically, putting their foot in, making tackles, and then I think from a footballing point of view, I think Wolves did really well first half. They showed what they're about. They showed their identity under their manager. West Ham didn't really show up in the first half. Second half, they were a lot better. But Wolves then showed the other side of what they've got and their organisation and their compactness and how to deal with West Ham. So Wolves can be very pleased with both sides of their game tonight.
Both clubs at the moment would settle for mid-table mediocrity after the scourge in the first half of the season. But as you can see, they feel they're onto something at Wolves. Meanwhile, at West Ham, still very much a work in progress. Game decided by a single goal from Strand Larsen, 1-0 Wolverhampton Wanderers.